there will be no quantity of time to pass in waiting for the implementation of judgments. There will be no more delay. But contrary to continuation of time, it will be during the days. So while the duration of the effects and the events pertaining to the sound of the seventh angel, which is the last angel of the seven blowing their trumpets, so during the day or the time relating to the last angel, when he makes his trumpet sound, which will be at whatever time that he would actually blow his trumpet, and the mystery of God here referring to the secret involved in what it is talking about. And John explains it is regarding the final judgments. The mystery of God being completed, it will be brought to its ending issue, caused to be accomplished in the state of completeness. So this mystery will be brought to its completion. As God, good messaged, or God made known, he evangelized to his slaves, to his bondservants, those who serve him in the service or work category. Which ones? Emphatically and specifically, those from among God's slaves who are prophets. The people who speak forth God's words being revealed to them concerning the past, the present, and or the future. Let's continue reading in verse 8 so that we understand what John is referring to. And the sound, the voice which I, John, heard, coming from heaven, again a second time, is speaking with me and saying, you must go. Talking to John, you, John, must go, and you must take or receive the book, the little book, the book that is already opened and remains opened. Where? In the hand of the angel. So the voice tells John to take the book that is open in the hands of the angel. That is the angel who is standing on the sea and on the earth. What did John do when he was told to do that? John did exactly what he was told to do. He said, and I went. So John went towards the angel, saying to him, John said to the angel, to give to me the little book. He asked for the book. And the angel says to me, John, you must take and you must devour it. Bring it down to yourself and eat it, as a lion eats his prey. Of course, this is figuratively referring to the sense of receive the full contents of the information within the book and digest it in your mind. So the angel then is telling John to take the book and devour it, and it will make your belly bitter. So it will cause your inner parts to be pointed or bitter, to be received pungent or piercing, as it were, inside of you. Of course, this is figuratively indicating the resulting effects of the prophecy written in this little book when it comes to pass. It will make your belly bitter. Those who reject God will receive the full contents, the implementation of what is written in this little book. The effects will be bitter. And he says, but contrary to that, in your mouth, it will be sweet as honey. And this figuratively indicates that hearing the prophecy will have the quality of sweetness as glucose in comparison to honey. for those who believe and do what God says. See the contrast here? When John takes it, it will be as honey in his mouth. It will be sweet as honey. However, the effects for those who receive what is written in the little book, the implementation of the prophecy, will be bitter. John writes, "And I took the little book out from the hand of the angel, and I devoured it. And it was in my mouth as sweet as honey." That's exactly what the angel told him would happen. "And when I ate it, my belly was made bitter." He received the effects of it, as it were, in his belly. "And they say," John writes, "they say." What says? "They say" refers to the words communicated by the little book. So these words say to John, "It is necessary, it is binding. You ought for you again to prophesy, to speak forth God's words being revealed to you, John, concerning the past, present, or future, thereby once again giving the opportunity to repent for those who have continued to reject what God says up to this time." And you could refer to Revelation chapter 9, verses 20 and 21. So they said, "It is necessary for you again to prophesy." On or based on whom? So prophecy being to the peoples. Peoples is a plural word, referring to masses or groups of people, usually referring to the descendants of Israel or Jacob. And nations, again that's a plural word, groups of people without reference to their background. This word usually refers to people of the Gentile background, ethnic groups other than Israel or Judah. And tongues, languages, people of languages, various languages. And many kings, a lot of people who are sovereigns or monarchs. So these would again have the opportunity to repent when John would make known the prophecy that is contained in the little book. Continuing in Revelation chapter 11.